Good morning everybody and welcome to the video. In this video, I'll essentially explain you the concept of Precomb key in Apache HUDI. I have started these videos where I talk about a particular concepts on HUDI in short videos. So let's understand what is Precomb key in Apache HUDI and how you can essentially leverage Precomb key for your benefits for dedup purposes. So let's take a look at a small lab. I'm gonna share my screen. For this lab, this is going to be lab number 4 and the IPython notebook shall be available on the description section below. So the first section is I'm defining all the imports, right? And then essentially I'm creating a Spark instance here. You can see I'm using Spark 3.3.1. Now let's get started. It's just a note. It's going to be nice because we're going to take several edge cases and I'll basically try to make you understand the concepts pretty well, okay? So the first thing is pretty straightforward. I am creating a database called HUDI and the table name is gonna be HUDI table, okay? The record key is gonna be a UUID, again some unique identifier, and the Precomb key is gonna be a column called Precomb. I'll show you the data set and it will absolutely make sense what I'm trying to say. This is the path of my HUDI data lake. I'm using a local path, so again, I'm using my computer for this demo. Method is gonna be an upsert. Table type is going to be copy on write. You can also use a more, that is merge on read. And here I'm defining some standard settings. The example is pretty straightforward. I'm going to zoom in as much as I can. I have two records, record number 1 and record number 2. If you observe over here, right? This is how the data frame looks like. So I have inserted, I'm going to insert these into the data lake first. So here you can see I'm just going to do dot show and then I'm essentially going to insert that into the HUDI. And then we'll see various edge cases. Basically, for example, what if the Precomb key was different? What if the Precomb key and the ID was same? So we're gonna take all these edge cases, okay? So now I'm gonna write the data into the HUDI, right? So I'm gonna use the append operator over here, and then I'm gonna do a read operation and then show you the data frame. Again, this is the first operation where we are inserting just 2 records into the HUDI data lake, and then we are gonna see various cases. For example, same ID, different Precomb, same ID, same Precomb, what's gonna happen? So all that stuff, right? So again, this is how the data looks like, right? I have a record, right? 111, 222, ID1 and ID2. Now it's the fun part, right? Now let's see how HUDI Precomb key can help you to remove duplicates, right? So the first case I have is the same ID and the same Precomb key. So observe here carefully, the message says this is append 1, okay? Now what I'm doing here is I have a different message. So instead of append, right, I'm saying update 1 and update 2. I have same record, but the message is different. So my question to you here is, which one do you think HUDI will take? Think about it. Now let me show you the results. So I'm gonna execute the cell. And here you can see, so what happened? It took the second one. So basically, the conclusion that we derive from here is when you have a same ID and a same Precomb key, right? The item, which is the most recent, is gonna take that. So in this case, this was the most recent in my array, and it's gonna take that one. Interesting, right? All right, let's understand a little bit more, okay? So here you can see this is an update 2. Now, case 2. Basically same ID and a different Precomb key. So here I have the same edge case, a same ID, right? ID is 1. Now the Precomb key is different. Again, these are the message. I have added a star so that way we can identify. So now what do you think? In both of these records, HUDI is gonna take which one? Think about it. Again, same ID, different Precomb key, okay? So if I share my screen, here is the older Precomb key and here is the newer Precomb key. If you got the answer is it's gonna take the one with the new Precomb key. So let's see. So I'm gonna run the cell. So what I expect is HUDI is gonna take this one over here because the Precomb key is different, right? Observe here carefully, 111 before, right? And I'm essentially giving the same record, but the message field is different and here the Precomb key has changed. So HUDI will essentially take this one, okay? So let's wait and let's observe. Look at that. This is an update star star. So HUDI essentially took the one with the new Precomb key. Okay. So now another edge case, same ID, different precom key switching the orders. So here if you observe, I had, so here is a pretty interesting one. So I'll essentially use, let's say 4 and 5. So when you switch the orders, right? Now the one, again, this is 114 and this is 115. Now stop the video and think about it. Again, same ID, right? And a different precom key. Now both are different, but both are different values. In this case, HUDI is gonna take 115 because that precom key is greater. So let's run this. And here you can see I have, this is update 2, which is essentially this part. So HUDI essentially took the one with the precom key, which is greater, right? So hopefully this makes sense. Okay, that's great. What if I switch the orders and I make things a little interesting, okay? So here we gave 114 and 115. What if I essentially do 115 and 112? So now which one do you think HUDI will take? The answer is the HUDI is gonna take always the one with the greater value of a precom key. So this is what I expect. So let's see that in action. So I'm gonna run the cell and this might take about a second or two. And again, I'm running on a Docker container, so it might be a little slow, okay? So observe one thing carefully now, observe what happened. It essentially took this one because 112 and 115, which is greater 115, right? So hence HUDI took that one. So essentially precom key is very, very important when a batch of record is coming and you have duplicates. Precom key can essentially be used for dedup purposes. Now HUDI has a lot of other features, for example, key generators and indexes. We'll essentially take a look at those concepts in the later video. I hope you have enjoyed the concept about precom key in Apache HUDI. The entire notebook, the exercise file can be found in the description section below. You can download and play with it. And please let me know if you have any more questions on precom key on Apache HUDI. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.